Well, I'm out for the run. You see the Abe's house behind us? That's not his house. That's a place that hangs out. He sits there in a big chair. He's a big guy, and it's a big statue in there. So before I start, I want to make sure that you all hear me. I just don't want to screw up again and not being heard. Like herd with the corona COVID thing. Oh yeah, but the herd, what is it, not mentality, but it's the herding effect, right? Where everybody has it, so we don't have to worry about anybody new getting it. That's what it sounds like to me. So you guys hear me? Somebody hear me? Okay, yes, I guess. You said hello and you're not complaining. Okay. What I want to talk about today is I'm updating my job training programs, that in my state-by-state books that I do. That's what I sell separately, but I show you. If you're a member, I give you a copy of your state programs. Let's Go Help. But here's the interesting thing is you don't need that, because I'll tell you today where you get $8,000 to take one of like almost 2,000 training programs. These are short courses to give you a skill to get a higher job. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, we're not trained for the jobs that are available that pay more money, and it doesn't take a college degree. And you could do a lot of this by improving your job ability, or the ability to get a job, by just taking a course and getting a certificate. And the government in every state pays up to $8,000 to take one of these courses. And they're usually about that price. Some are cheaper, but the government pays for it. And depending on what state you are, if you're not working, there's other programs to help you pay that. There's other programs even to pay you while you're trying to start a business. There's so many programs, and this is at your Labor Information Center. So it's all your State Department of Labor. They're federal programs, but they're really part of the State Department of Labor. So in your state government. And that's on, if you go to careeronestop.org. Now, Career One Stop, that's one word, no blanks in the middle. careeronestop.org. You go there and you look for something called, you search in that Career One Stop for something called WIOA, Eligible Training Program Finder. WIOA. WIOA is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. WIOA. That's what you want to know about. All those programs that are part of the WIOA. And you're looking for the Eligible Training Program Finder. Also, what's interesting about these training programs, if you have a course that could help people get a job, you could apply and be part of this this database of programs that are available for people looking for jobs, and the government will pay people to take your course. Now that's it. So anything you have, like maybe being a bartender, you're going to put a little course on for that, or a daycare provider. I don't know, a teacher at home. God, I found grants for people how to teach on the internet. There's a lot of that going on. So you could take a course on how to teach on the internet for free, and then join somebody who's doing that. So you come with a credential. You're knocking on the door with a real credential on why they could hire you. That's where one of our club members, became a contract tracer. He took it. The course was free. He didn't have to have the government pay $8,000 for it. He took the course for free, gets a certificate, and his resume gets on top, because that's the course they would have given him if he stayed. So he's going to hit the ground running, and so he becomes a better candidate than anybody else. So that's why. How do you become a better candidate getting a job? We're going to be hiring. And then also to use that skill, even not so much even get a job, but even create your own income. That's the important thing, because I think normal kind of jobs are going away, and so it's the alternative thing. How are you going to go and get income? And this is what, we're back before the Industrial Revolution. I mean, when immigrants came to this country, they started a business, right? They had a push cart. That's what Sears Roebuck did. He had a push cart selling suits out of a trolley. Someone give him money for a suit. Actually, it was crowdfunding. Somebody would pay for the suit before he had it made, and that business turned into Sears Roebuck. And I feel that's what we're going back into now, where nobody has resources, nobody could get $1 million. Actually, the fat cats, I guess, still have it. There's half the country that seems to be doing very well, and now they don't even notice a difference. But half the country that is doing terrible. And they're the ones. So you can't go spend money, when you have no money. That's just, you don't know what works. So all you're going to do is dig a deeper hole. I mean, there's an outlier, 1 in a million or whatever it is, that maybe will get their fortune by doing that and be able to pay it back. But 99%, and I'm guessing at this data, most of it's my own. I know every time I throw money at something to think it's going to work, it doesn't. But it gets me somewhere. But if you don't have it to lose, that's terrible, I think. You can't afford to do that. And that's why here, look at these courses that are available for free to take. You want to become a massage therapist? What do you want to do? You want to learn how to code computers or be a help desk technician. Any grants? Yes, all these grants. People say, any for my state. When I talk, I'm just showing you a sample. They're in every state. What exactly is in your state varies by state by state. So there are grants in every bloody state for every purpose. How many and what they're for varies, and you got to do that research. I mean, because there's hundreds of thousands of grants, and truthfully, I'm more or less a one-man band, and I'm not going to keep track of 100,000, but I know where they reside. Now, what you have to do is go out and find those. Here are the places. That's what I tell you, the places to get them for free. And that's what I want you to know about. Oh, sidewalk closed. Oops. Now I got to walk down towards the WW2 Memorial. You want to see that? You want to see WW2? Really nice. People think I was in World War II. No, I was in Vietnam. I look old, but I'm not that old. See, look at that. That's sort of nice. See, and these posts you see, they represent every state. So everybody from every state had people who died in World War II. And I'm sure the 50, 60,000 that died in the Vietnam War, or as we say, the 200,000 that died of COVID, or the 300,000 that died by accident in hospitals. Man, we got a lot of problems to solve. So don't sit home and pretend somebody's going to solve all the problems. Go goddamn take one and see what the hell you can do with it. Obviously, the people running the show now don't know what to do with it. So you could do it. And then you could do it for your little, where you live. You don't have to cure cancer for the whole world. No, you help somebody locally. And then actually that, to me, even leads to an income opportunity. And that's why you have a problem or whatever, go to 211.org and see who's working on the kind of problems. You want to help seniors, you want to help kids, you want to help vets or something like that. See who's helping now. Go to 211, volunteer. Hey, how can I help you? Now you're learning. Somebody who's running that volunteer now is making money at doing that. So you could volunteer, help them, and find out, hey, how do you make money doing this? So because you want to do it too. To me, that's a much better way to find out how to make money doing something and contribute to life than say, hey, I think we should solve homeless veterans. I'll just get $100 million and do that. Oh, God, first of all, I guess that's possible. It'll take him maybe a bunch of years to do it. But see, by the end of the day, you could be learning that problem from the inside and seeing what's really needed. Who's not doing what? Who's already getting paid for what? That's what you have to know, not just see a problem and you think, you're the first one that sees that problem and you have an idea, and maybe your idea is already failed. That's why they're not out there. And you got to see what people are funding now, how they're doing it, where they're getting the money or whatever. So you could go out there and say, hey, actually, if we only did this, or hey, they even can't give away enough money to solve this problem. So if I start my own group and get money to solve this problem. See, that's it. Just pretending that we're so smart and can solve any problem that we have in our head. Most of what we have in our head is wrong. And it takes us, it's like you sitting at home thinking you know how to play football, right? And all you have to do is this. You get out and you get one hit in the back of the neck by some 500-pound tackle guy, and everything you thought is over. That's why that famous boxer, they said, people get in the ring with a plan, and they get one hit in the face, and the plan is out the window. So that's it. Any grants? Yes, the money is out there. It's not easy. You have to take time. You have to investigate. You have to do the research. No one's going to say, hey, you're a cute guy or a cute lady or whatever. I think you deserve all this money. No, it's not going to happen that way. Maybe it did to somebody and somebody did a story on them, and so you think it happens, and maybe, but no, you got to get in and bust your butt trying to find this shit. Getting turned down, applying again, getting turned down, applying again, getting turned down, applying again. All I know is that trillions are given out every year to do this. So somebody's getting this stuff. And it's the people who learn it. The people that sit on the couch and they believe they have the magic formula. You got to go out and test that formula in real life so you can refine it and find out what that formula should have been. Not what your brilliant mind thinks it is. You have to find out what it should have. And that's what's so neat about our society today. When I first started writing books and everything, it was mass markets. You had to print 100,000 books to have them in bookstores and all this kind of stuff. And to get any media or whatever, there was only 3 broadcast stations. Now, you go on YouTube, get your own channel for free. You don't even need a book. You can do an ebook, not spend any money saying you have that book, and sell it. That's why it's easier now to create income as an entrepreneur, I think, than ever before. Actually, maybe before, when we didn't have larger markets, then we had the push carts. And all you need was, a $20 push cart in your business. And that's where we are now. And you have no middlemen, you have nobody in the middle taking all the money. That's why when I did a book from New York and on the New York Times bestseller list, I made bookus, nothing. Then I figured out how to sell it myself and act crazy on talk shows and have people call my 800 number, and they gave me money before they had a book. Before, if I did it the way everybody else is, you had to print the book, get it in bookstores, it cost you, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I didn't have that. This way, I learned how to act goofy and go on talk shows, and then I had the money before anybody had a book. There are other way, and that's what we're even easier now. Sure, you're not going to make $1 million by Tuesday, so you get another something else to make your income, and that's what, to me, the gig economy is about. So you're teaching English to Chinese students in the middle of the night. You're making income and paying your rent. And you're working on your little thing that you want to do forever. Because you can do things forever if you enjoy doing it. You can't do things forever if it's a job you hate. So you want to retire. And then that's all you think about. Like me, look, I'm 77 years old. Man, I got at least 10 years, maybe 15 years doing this. I don't... retirement sounds dumb. You were here to solve other people's problems. And that's what I think a successful life is. That's what I think an important life is. And the more we do that, instead of just build up like Scrooge McDuck. I don't know, Donald Duck, that rich uncle, Scrooge McDuck, who kept all the money in the basement. What the hell do you do? Eat the money? It's not even satisfying. We all know it's a wonderful feeling to give. That's why we want to love a puppy. We want to love a lover. We want to help other people. That's part of our DNA. The problem is that capitalism doesn't encourage it. And so it's a balance. What you got to do is balance this thing, like everything. Like the left and the right, there's some good ideas in both. And we have to figure out when to use what. You can't have a toolbox of all hammers or of all saws. You need both and know when to use them. Oh, God, bullshit. Right? Thanks for putting up with me, guys. I got to go back and help researching these new state training. I mean, there's so many great things of the state. In every state, if you're a member, just tell me what state you're in. I'll send you a whole list of programs available in your state, or you can get paid. I mean, these are programs that'll pay you for taking a short course, a few months, a half a year, something like that, to get a better job. And there's even money to live on, maybe. And there's all kind of programs. If you don't ask, you'll never know. And it's really talking one-on-one to these people. So I'll send you a list of all these, and it's about almost 100-page report for your state. I have them state by state, and that's why I'm in the process now, trying and update it. But I'll send you a copy. At Let's Go Help, just go in the discussion and tell me what state you're in, and we'll send that out to you. Metro Atlanta for something for family. Texas Bro. I got every state for this. And then when you get these, it's not magic. You got to pound away. You got to pound away these organizations and nonprofits that provide all these things for free and money and everything. And then when they don't help you, you ask them where else, hey, where else can I get this stuff? It's out there. There are people wanting to help. The government now represents 1/3 of our economy. Then you throw in nonprofits and everything. So you're getting up, close to half of everything in our country is given away free. You don't pay for it. Maybe this is why we're in debt. Certainly now our debt is going crazy. That's another issue. Right now, you got to survive. I got to survive. And how to take care of ourselves first so that we can help other people. Okay, and that's what I hope I do. That's why I try not to charge as little money as possible. People always said, I got to charge hundreds or thousands. No, I want to be the $20 guy and show you, $100,000 worth of free money for $20. I said, well, you can't market that way. Well, I'm figuring out how to do that. Because now, instead of spending millions of dollars on commercials for free, right now, 18 minutes already of free advertising time. If that was doing an infomercial, that would cost me millions. So that's why it's a whole new ballgame. Learn to use the system, or else the system will use you. Talk to you later. Thank you. Now, you gotta be a genius or 40 years younger than me to figure out how to turn it off.